I grew up literally here in Daytona Beach, pretty much in the area known as Caroline Village by Campbell Middle School. I got into the military for the simple fact of, at the time, my grandfather, he was actually going through cancer, and it's like, a lot of the workload of like going on. It was kind of hard because we couldn't, budgeting and stuff like that. So in my mind, it's like, I'm fresh out of high school. Yeah, I was working, but it's like it wasn't enough. So it's like, you know what? Maybe the military would be a better bet. That's a guaranteed check. It's a raise every year. So it's like, I'll be able to cover everything. So ended up going to the military. So spent 6 years there. Wasn't too bad. I mean, of course, ups and downs like any job. And I enjoyed my time. It kind of gave me a different like look on life and how to see things. Oh, both deployment was to Iraq. The first one was 15 months. The second one was 14 months. My MOS, I was a 13 Fox, which is a forward observer. Mostly, if you want to break it down to more kind of civilian terminology, is more surveillance. What my job in was partially of is I find, track, and basically survey like a lot of our targets. Also, say if we have a unit out there and they come under attack, they'll ask for a call for fire, meaning, either suppression fire or just to basically take the enemy out. So it was my job to not only get the coordinates, send those coordinates to either artillery, naval ships that are in the area, or any jets and stuff like that, and let them know, I'm like, hey, we got a call for fire at this location, do you have spot on, you got eyes on? Normally when somebody learns origami, the crane is the first thing they actually learn. It wasn't me. Actually, the first thing I made was actually a pig. It was kind of easy and funny at the same time because it's like, I found the easiest thing in this book to make. And it was the little pig. I always checked out a lot of how to draw books and paper airplane books. So what happened was, it's like one of the librarians there, and I still remember this lady's name to this day, was Miss Sperber. Love that lady. Love that lady to death. Also the other one, Miss Hogan, she was awesome. These ladies were so cool. They always noticed, always checked out, like I say, that how to draw books and fold and paper airplanes. So one day, a new book came in, and like Miss Sperber came to me, like, hey, you want to try something new? I always see you checking out all these how to fold, like paper airplane books. How about you want to try folding something different? It's like, okay, what is it? So she gave me an origami book. I'm like, this is different. Let me try this out. So it literally took me about 2 months to figure some of this stuff out in that book. And it's like, man, this stuff is hard, but it's cool because you're taking a regular sheet of paper and making it into something, either a flower, animal of some sort. I'm like, this is actually pretty cool. This is something new. And from then on, every time they got a new book, they would let me like go through it first. And it's like, this is awesome. And it just, from that point on, it just been progressing. And it's kind of funny, but it's like I got to the point to where every book that I got from that library, I end up buying in my later years because it's like, hey, this is where I started from. And I wanted to actually toss it down to my daughter and stuff like that. Like, she can actually do some of it, but she's not as advanced as I am, which one day I hope she kind of keeps it up because it does kind of helps a little bit. It kind of helps steady the mind, keep you focused and stuff. It kind of helped me out because I didn't know it at the time, but it's like, and of course, a lot of my teachers back then thought I had it, and like even when I got to military, it's like a form of ADHD, but it's like it's not like bad. It's just that for some odd reason, something on my body has to keep moving. It's like I just can't sit still. So a lot of times I sit down and fold paper, and it's like I'm still listening. I can still like repeat anything somebody said to me and stuff like that. It's just that I have to keep moving. So it's like through high school, I was always folding stuff, and I just kept doing it. And it's like even like in the military. It actually helped me in the military because being over there, it was frustrating. It's like, of course, being away from your family, not being able to talk to a lot of people. You in an area where you're constantly getting shot at. You're like in fear of being like blown up and stuff like that. It kind of allows you to kind of take your mind off that kind of stuff because it's like, it's like any point it can happen. So why focus on it? Like focus on other stuff. So it kind of helped me out there, keep me focused. It was actually how Christina had said she actually asked me, like, hey, would you mind teaching origami, like an origami workshop? I'm like, yeah, I wouldn't mind. It's like, I'd teach my daughter stuff. Yeah. It ain't that hard to learn. Cause yeah, like I said, she always saw like my desk like it's littered. I mean, when I say littered, it's littered with stuff from origami airplanes, turtles, skeletal hands. It's roses, flowers, Digimon. It's like a bunch of origami stuff up there. And it's everything. It's like, hey, if I got the time to, I'm gonna do something. So when she asked me, and it's like I told her, yeah, I have no problem with that. It's just a fun thing, and it's a lot of easy origami stuff out there people can do. So when I did the class, I literally had a blast with the class. It was awesome, and I wouldn't mind doing it again. Honestly, I that's the one thing I did like about it, cause it's almost like saying like what I could call my fellow brother and sister, and like doing it for the veterans and stuff like that. Cause like I say, it helps focus the mind, and it's like you never know what a veteran is going through. Giving them a kind of an outlet to kind of focus the mind, to take their mind off a lot of stuff. To me, it just feels like I'm giving back to my fellow veterans. So I enjoyed doing it.